Hello and welcome everyone to the Gold and Silver Club Week Ahead Commodity Report, the non-members edition for the 3rd to the 7th of July 2017, presented by the Gold and Silver Club. Today we will be analysing the latest developments in the commodity markets and discussing our outlook for the week ahead. The live session will be covering Commodity Market Outlook, a snapshot of the latest developments, Market Watch List, our featured commodity this week, and our top trades of the week using our exclusive research-driven strategies. Let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. The Gold and Silver Club is regarded as the go-to authority on commodities trading. As internationally respected experts, our analysis and our opinions on the metals, the energies and the agricultural markets, they are routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications which include Bloomberg, Reuters, CNBC, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal. Our team of experts has trained and mentored over 100,000 private traders from all over the world to increase their wealth and generate substantial income through commodities using our exclusive research-driven strategies. For more information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please do visit www.thegoldensilverclub.com. Commodity Market Outlook, a snapshot of the latest developments. One of the highlights over the last week has certainly seen the breakout and surge in oil prices. WTI Crude Oil climbed 7% over the last week. Brent Crude Oil climbed 5%. Breaking out to 2-week highs. We've seen oil register one of the biggest weekly gains since mid-May off the back of the US oil rig count, which fell for the first time in 24 weeks on Friday. And in fact, we saw oil continue to surge right into the close on Friday, closing at the weekly highs as well. Another market which performed very well over the last week and in fact over the month of June was wheat. Wheat prices soared 34% over June, posting their biggest weekly gain since 2010. Prices are now sitting at a 3-year high, having soared 34% in the month of June. Also on the radar for this week is certainly the price of gold. Gold prices remained under pressure last week amid indications that several major central banks around the world are getting ready to join the Federal Reserve in tightening monetary policy. We've seen a significant decline in gold prices since the FOMC statement in mid-June, where the Federal Reserve increased interest rates, and since then we've seen gold prices drop from just under $1,300 per ounce all the way down to $1,235. In fact, $1,235 per ounce is a very key level that you want to be watching this week. Market Watch List, our featured commodity this week. Our featured market this week is going to be oil. We'll take a look at WTI Crude Oil and also Brent Crude Oil as well. So first of all, if we have a look at WTI Crude Oil, we have seen a significant breakout over the last week after underlying support was found at $42 per barrel. If I zoom out here slightly on the chart, you'll see where this has been a very key level of support. This was really one of the first downside targets for the bears here. We had the potential for oil to break down further back towards $40 per barrel and even $38 per barrel, taking oil down to the swing lows of July of 2016 if $42 per barrel would have given way, but we didn't see that level give way. In fact, last week we found support around this zone. We continue to consolidate at $42 per barrel here. You can see very key support on a closing basis here on the chart. And in fact, the oil inventory data which came out on Wednesday provided really the catalyst for a significant breakout higher here, and we've seen some good follow through into the close on Wednesday, which then continued to break out over the course, particularly on Friday's session after the US oil rig count fell for the first time in 24 weeks, and that really helped to propel oil into the close on Friday. And in fact, you'll see on a weekly closing basis, we've in fact closed with a bullish engulfing candle here, very key level of support, and it won't take too much to get additional follow through over the course of this week. We can see also on the weekly chart a V-shaped reversal pattern lining up. We've come essentially into an area of value here for oil, just above $40 per barrel, so we're getting a bid at this zone. I would see the potential for more upside in the days to come here for rotation back towards the next key levels of resistance here on a weekly closing basis. The fact that we've got a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart, we have found an area of value just above $40 per barrel here. If we go back to 2016, we can see that approximately since May of 2016, we continue to see oil move within a range here above $40 per barrel up up towards 54 US dollars per barrel. So the price structure at the moment would suggest that we could see short term some additional upside. Moving back to the daily chart for WTI crude oil, we've very clearly got a V-shaped reversal pattern, a very fast snapback in price over the last week and a half. We have a neckline overhead which we'd be looking to breach over the course of this week. If we breach above that level, the next major level of resistance I'm looking at for a potential pause or consolidation would be at $47.50 per barrel for WTI crude oil. At that point, we might see a bit of a pause, some profit taking around that zone. That's the next major level we're looking for upside at the moment for oil. Now, it could be at this level of resistance, which currently sits at $46.50 per barrel, that we might see a bit of consolidation here, as we saw on the way down as well. We might see the price pause here from a short-term overbought condition, pause before the next leg higher. We could also see a potential short-term pullback and then a springboard higher in price as well. We'll also be looking out, of course, for Wednesday's oil inventories data, which often can be a big catalyst for the price of oil here in either direction. But short term, I would suggest that we could see some additional momentum to the upside. We'll be watching the price structure very carefully here for additional follow through over the course of this week. Now, moving over to Brent crude oil, very similar price structure here on Brent crude oil as well. On the daily chart, we've got a V-shaped reversal pattern. We came into an area of value here for oil around 45 US dollars per barrel. You can see that very clearly on the daily chart as well. If we move over to the weekly chart, again, we've come into a major underlying area of support. We've produced a bullish engulfing candle over the last week, and you can see here where we closed right at the weekly highs as well. So typically a close like this on oil, especially once we've already broken above the weekly highs, which we've already done here on Monday, would suggest we could get further upside over the course of this week. And if we go back to the weekly chart, you could argue the case that very simply oil has continued to move range bound over the last year. It's come back into an area of value at 45 US dollars per barrel. The major overhead resistance at the upper end of the channel here sits just below 60 US dollars per barrel, and we are at the lower end of this zone at the moment. We're at the supportive zone, where if we really start to see momentum pick up to the upside, oil prices could still gain here significantly, especially if we were to see additional short covering as well. This V-shaped reversal pattern that we have formed, we are not too far away now from breaking above the neckline here. A break and a close above 50 US dollars per barrel would open up the door for approximately another 150 point move in the short term here for oil as well. If we go back to the weekly chart here for oil to get an idea of how high prices could go in the following weeks here, certainly you just want to be aware of the next major levels of resistance here on the chart. I'm looking for a move short term back towards 50 US dollars per barrel on Brent crude oil. If we can break and close above that level, I would therefore look for approximately 150 point move in the short term. And then if we were really to see additional momentum continue throughout the month of July, I would very simply be aware of these major levels of resistance that we could see tested in the weeks to come here. Some major trend channels on the chart here, which would approximately see oil potentially from here still be able to rally in the region of about 3 to 5 US dollars per barrel if we were to really see this momentum pick up to the upside here. Now, when trading oil, you also need to be very aware, of course, of the fundamentals and news-driven moves as well. In particular, last week we saw crude oil surging to 2-week highs, underpinned by a decline in US output. Last week, the momentum on oil prices really picked up to the upside off the back of Wednesday's oil inventories data, where crude oil output fell 100,000 barrels per day, the steepest fall since July 2016. And with that, we saw this significant breakout to the upside. Certainly, Wednesday's oil inventories data you need to have on the radar. This week, we could see more gains in oil if we see a further drop in oil output. The other factor to consider at the moment is also a weaker US dollar. The US dollar index broke down to 10-month lows last week, which also provided some support to a number of commodities, including crude oil. Now, if you would like to be kept updated on the exact trades that we are taking at the Gold and Silver Club, where we share our exact entry and exit on every single position, as well as exclusive access to our live trading rooms during the week, where we also prepare all of our traders for Friday's non-farm payroll, make sure you stay on to the end of today's session, and we will provide you with full details of how you can make an application to become a member of the Gold and Silver Club. Top trades of the week using our exclusive research-driven strategies. Our top trades over the last week have included WTI Crude Oil, gold and also soybeans. So as discussed on WTI Crude Oil, we have taken advantage of this breakout over the last week, banking 270 points profit on the recent surge in oil prices. We've also capitalized from the sell-off in gold following on from the mid-June FOMC statement, hitting our profit target last week for 210 points profit. And finally, we've taken advantage of the recent surge in grains prices with a breakout here on soybeans, banking 340 points profit on this trade. Would you like access to our daily live trading ideas shared directly with you, ready to implement for instant results? Whether you're a new trader or an experienced trader looking to take your trading to that next level, then the private members live trading room is definitely for you. Our live trading room program includes the following. Private members get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You can watch the Gold and Silver Club expert traders analyze the markets right in front of you, picking out the best trades, sharing entry, exit, profit and stop loss targets on every single trade, as well as walk you through every live trade idea step by step, ready to implement for instant results. You also receive live trade alerts by email and SMS. You get live buy and sell trade alerts along with suggested entry, exit, profit and stop loss targets in real time. All trade alerts are sent out in advance notice to ensure you have plenty of time to get into every trade at the best price for maximum profits. You also have access to our exclusive proprietary trading research to help you make smarter and well-informed trading decisions. Our unique insights and analysis ensures that you're well equipped with the most accurate technical and fundamental information you need to identify market trends early, predict future price movements, and act on every trading decision with confidence. The private members live trading room includes exclusive weekly live trading room webinars, live trade ideas shared with you ready to implement for instant results, real-time trade alerts by email and SMS so you never miss a profitable trade, exact details of where to enter, exit and place a stop loss on each trade, and access to our private members live trading room forum with ongoing support and mentoring to help you achieve long-term success. You also have exclusive access to our proprietary trading research, which gives you the ultimate edge in the markets. To get exclusive access to our private members live trading room, please go to www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com. Complete the application form and we will get in touch with you ASAP.